I broke my hand and I am done with solo RV travel. You won't believe where I'm headed next. Welcome to my channel. I'm Liz Amazing, and these are exciting times to push past fear, build confidence, and live amazing. And I had to do exactly that, push past fear, when I broke my hand 7 weeks ago. Getting injured on the road was actually my biggest fear. As a solo RVer, it took just until the day after breaking my hand for me to realize that I couldn't continue. I was not able to drive. I couldn't connect or disconnect. This was a major big deal. Little did I know that breaking my hand was going to change everything in my life, and I actually am done with solo RVing. I can't wait to share with you the story, so let's get into it right now.
Oh.
I'm going to start over again.
Got it. Take 3.
Take 300. Oh my goodness. Well, isn't it funny how life is? I mean, I break my hand and I think it's the worst thing ever. And now I am so grateful that that happened, because if I hadn't broken my hand, Paul would not be here right now.
That's true. We met 6 months ago in a campground in Silver Creek, Washington. The campground is named Paradise, so we met in Paradise.
That's right. We were camping neighbors for 2 weeks, and
yeah, we took a couple of day trips while we were there, and went and visited Mount St. Helen, and played some shuffleboard, and
I beat you.
Yeah, once or twice. Yeah, not every time.
Not every time. Yeah.
And then we played some ping pong, and you did beat me every time at ping pong. And
we just hung out.
We just hung out.
And I just thought of Paul as a friend and someone nice to hang out with.
Yeah.
And then he asked me a question.
I did. On the return trip from Mount St. Helens, we had been together for the whole day, and I just felt a connection with her, and I, in my awkward way, I said, "Would you kick me in the balls if I tried to kiss you?"
Well, that was easy to say no to, and so I said no. And
really, I thought that was just so special.
Well, so we ended up communicating just by text. There was nothing ever flirty, but after I spent my 2 weeks there, for the following 5 months, we just texted back and forth. And really, it was just, what was I texting about?
Mostly about stuff that you needed to buy, the generator, you were looking at e-bikes, and I have an e-bike, and I also have a very strong technical background. I'm retired field engineer from the automotive industry.
And I feel so inadequate. So Paul was just so great. Any question I asked, he was right on it, giving me advice as far as generator shopping or any kind of things I needed for the hitch. So
it's the stuff that I'm most comfortable talking about, actually, is anything technical. And I call myself a gearhead. So at about 3 months ago, I guess it was, I sent her a text saying, "Would you like to get together at a campground somewhere?"
And be camping neighbors again.
Yeah, be camping neighbors again.
Yeah, and I said, sure, that sounded fine. And then he says,
yeah, it was going to fall on my birthday, which was going to be a big milestone for me, my 21st. And
I thought, well, isn't that sweet? He wants to spend his birthday with me.
Yeah.
So I could feel a friendship developing, and I guess right about a week before we were going to be meeting at this campground, I break my hand.
6 days to be exact. I remember.
Right.
I was counting the days down.
So I called him, and and I was in just a world of hurt and really in a bad place. This was the when I called him, it was the day after I broke my hand, and that was when it really sunk in that, I could hardly get dressed. It took me 15 minutes to get my contacts in, and I realized I could not drive my rig, and I had to find a place to stay for the 8 weeks that my hand was going to be in the splint. So I call him and I say, well, I'm not going to go.
Yeah, and I'd been really looking forward to getting together, because I guess unbeknownst to her at the time, I was, unbeknownst to you at the time, I had an ulterior motive. I was hoping that us getting together in Palm Desert would lead to dating and maybe following each other around for a while to see if it turned into anything. I said, I just have this urge to come to you and help you through this tough time that you're going through with only having one hand. Honestly thought you were going to just laugh and maybe even hang up on me at that point.
I was just so touched that he was willing to help. And, I was scared and I needed the help. And it's hard to ask for help. And here he is offering. And it never crossed my mind that he was going to offer. He was 6 hours away. And basically what he was saying was he was going to be moving in with me and helping.
It was clear from my point of view that I was hoping that it would turn into something. But at the same time, given that we had never held hands or kissed, because she shut me down. I don't know if you guys can believe that. I was also afraid what we were potentially doing at that point would torpedo any chance at a lasting relationship.
He's going to move in. Well, it's just going to kill it, right? It's
sure.
just going to be too much too soon.
Yeah.
And I made it clear that he's staying on the couch. I'm not going to kiss him, right away. I just wanted to focus on the friendship first. And so that's what happened. He drove 6 hours and brought a lot of stuff, didn't you?
I did. Well,
he'd been soloing for a year, just like
yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd been traveling, and I pretty much had everything I owned in my trailer. So yeah, and I needed to be comfortable.
And I was like, whatever you need to bring to make you happy, just bring it. But he did bring a lot, a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, I cook, so I had a number of kitchen items that I just can't be without. And my clothes, of course, although I don't wear much besides t-shirts and shorts.
And so what happened? So he moves in, he stays on the couch, he cooks for me, he washes every dish, he helps me. I mean, everything was such a struggle. As you can imagine, if you've ever broken your hand or gone through anything like that, everything was a struggle. And he was there helping me, even helping me blow dry my hair, right? And helping me on shoots, because YouTube is still happening. So I'm still shooting, but he's helping with that. Yeah. So long story short, I let him kiss me.
Yes, she did.
So what this means is now I am done with solo RVing, because I am a we are together, and we have so much more to share together now with the channel, because Paul has such a strong mechanical background. He knows plumbing, he knows electrical, and I feel really inadequate with that. So I'm excited with him being able to share his knowledge.
Yeah, one of the big challenges for both of us really has been integration. Bringing what stuff do I bring and what stuff do I leave behind, and vice versa for Liz. She's going to have to get rid of some things.
We have a crock-pot Instapot war going on right now.
Yes, we do. Yeah. And
yeah.
I brought the Instapot and it's staying.
I want to keep my crock-pot. So we'll keep you posted on the challenges and tips and tricks of how to do it. And if you have advice, absolutely share it in the comments, because we appreciate it. We're new at this. We're learning along the way, and
we've been doing this for 7 weeks now.
Yeah.
If you think this relationship is doomed and is going to go up in flames, then you need to keep watching. It might.